Good day and welcome back to your favourite part of your day, my upload. So, since the boxing content has done, well, fairly well in consideration, be my best two videos, the Muay Thai one and the one about Chaos Phantom Fury, I thought I'd give a review of the quite big boxing event that happened at the weekend, which is obviously Callum Smith versus Artur Beterbiev, not Beterbiev, which is something I have learned. So going into the fight, it was going to be, it was supposed to be a pretty tight, even match. Spencer Oliver, he's a commentator on TalkSport, so he does a TalkSport boxing with Simon Jordan, who does a lot of football content. He had Smith down to beat him because he thought Beterbiev was susceptible to a left hook, which Smith has used a lot of in the past. So yeah, going into it, it was supposed to be a pretty close fight. We saw that a lot last year. With Crawford versus Errol Spence, that was again supposed to be a really close fight, but I think the one that comes back to it is levels. There's levels to this game. Beterbiev finished Smith KO in I think the fourth or fifth round. Smith had one good round. He had like a good round 2 or round 3, but then Beterbiev he doesn't hit hard, but he was just like, Callum Smith said this in the post-fight interview, he just like tap, 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 just like a constant tap, disrupts your rhythm, and then before you know it, you're knocked out. So again, another monster display from Beterbiev. It was nice to see Smith handle the loss well. He said, he was devastated that, he's not the best, and he wasn't sure if he'd be back or not, but he said the better man won, which I think is a noble way to lose a fight. He has no shame in losing like that, to one of the best. Hasn't been a good month for the Smith brothers. Obviously, Liam Smith lost earlier last year to Chris Eubank Jr. and again another pretty one-sided display, but I think that was mainly down to the back, to the surgery that he had on his back, because I don't think Smith was at 100%. I think if he was at 100%, it would have gone like the first fight. But Eubank Jr. had a new trainer, so that is just pure speculation that I'm stating. So yeah, now with this result, the knockout on Smith for Beterbiev, it does look like the Bivol Beterbiev fight is now on the cards. I'm assuming it will be in Saudi Arabia, because obviously that's where all the money is. And I think that'll be a very interesting fight. Will Bivol have the control to outbox Beterbiev, who's he's knocked out every single opponent he's got in the ring with? Will it be like a Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, where Bivol can just outbox him? I don't know, Bivol hasn't looked incredible in his recent fights. Obviously, he won, I think it was at Lyndon Arthur in Saudi, and then he beat Craig Richards a while back. Craig Richards says he thought he could beat him, but he gave him too much respect. So I guess obviously he is going to say that since he's lost, but it's just something to keep in mind. I think what we can learn from Bivol is I think it takes a real top opponent to kind of bring him out of second gear, because he likes to cruise to points win. So I guess which I guess makes sense, right? Why put yourself in danger of a knockout if you can just get a points win? So hopefully the match with Beterbiev will bring him out of second gear, and we'll see him really put it on Beterbiev, which would be entertaining. There was a bit of controversy to come out of the fight. When he was having his drugs test, I think RADA, oh wait, no, that's drama. Oh, whatever it was, the doping agency that did all his tests to make sure he's not on the steroids. They said he had like an above average like testosterone level, which I think is kind of crazy they came out with that, because it's not, if it's not illegal, which it wasn't, all you're doing is like ruining his reputation for no good reason. Like, he's a fighter. Of course, he has high testosterone. Like, you're fighting people. I'm sure he's doing tricks to naturally boost his testosterone. Some of which I might go into in another video. That's just giving me an idea. So I think it was quite wrong actually that they said that Beterbiev had abnormally high testosterone, when if it's not at that illegal level, then there's nothing to worry about, is there? So all in all, it was a very brutal beatdown from Beterbiev, and the word it leaves me with is levels. There's levels to this game. Obviously, we just discussed what's next for Beterbiev. What's next for Smith? I think if he doesn't retire, which he might do, because he's had a lot of successful fights. He's been in there with Canelo, which obviously he lost to, but he was quite drained. I'm sure he's made a lot of money from his Super 6 tournament in Saudi, where he beat George Groves in his best win, although I think George Groves was injured. I think Anthony Yard would be a good fight. Both lost to Beterbiev. You could have some sort of redemption fight there. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing what happens in both of their careers. I wish them nothing but the best, and yeah, all in all, a very good fight. Entertaining knockouts. Ended with respect. Smith took his loss like a man, like a champion. So yeah, a great night of boxing. I think coming up soon, I think Conor Benn's fighting, and then obviously Tyson Fury versus Usyk isn't too far away, so I'll probably do some previews for those as well. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.